Countries often face conflicts with each other over various issues, such as economic interests, ideological differences, territorial claims, human rights violations, or environmental problems. These conflicts can sometimes escalate into violence or war, which can have devastating consequences for the people and the planet. Therefore, it is important for countries to find peaceful ways to resolve their conflicts and to prevent them from happening in the first place. There are different methods and strategies that countries can use to resolve their conflicts, depending on the nature and context of the conflict. Some of the most common ones are diplomacy. This is the process of communication and negotiation between countries, where they try to reach a mutually acceptable agreement or understanding. Diplomacy can involve formal or informal channels, such as ambassadors, envoys, summits, or phone calls. Diplomacy can help countries to express their interests and concerns, to clarify their positions and expectations, and to explore possible solutions. Sanctions. These are measures that one or more countries impose on another country to pressure it to change its behavior or policy. Sanctions can include economic, political, or military actions, such as trade restrictions, travel bans, asset freezes, or arms embargoes. Sanctions can deter or punish a country that violates international norms or agreements, or that poses a threat to peace and security. However, sanctions can also have negative effects on the population of the targeted country, or on the relations between the countries involved. Incentives. These are benefits that one or more countries offer to another country to encourage it to cooperate or comply. Incentives can include economic, political, or security assistance, such as trade deals, aid, or security guarantees. Incentives can motivate a country to adopt a more constructive or cooperative attitude, or to make concessions or compromises. However, incentives can also be seen as rewarding or legitimizing a country that behaves badly, or as creating dependency or inequality. Mediation. This is a process where a third party, such as another country, an international organization, or a respected individual, helps the countries in conflict to communicate and negotiate. The mediator does not have the power to impose a solution, but rather facilitates the dialogue and suggests possible options. The mediator can help the countries to overcome their mistrust, to understand each other's perspectives, and to find common ground. Arbitration. This is a process where the countries in conflict agree to submit their dispute to a neutral and impartial arbitrator, who makes a binding decision based on the facts and the law. The arbitrator can be a person, a panel, or an institution, such as the International Court of Justice or the Permanent Court of Arbitration. Arbitration can provide a clear and enforceable outcome, but it requires the consent and cooperation of the countries involved. Peacekeeping. This is a form of intervention by the international community, usually through the United Nations, to maintain or restore peace and security in a conflict zone. Peacekeeping can involve military, police, or civilian personnel who monitor, observe, or enforce a ceasefire, a peace agreement, or a resolution. Peacekeeping can help prevent the escalation or recurrence of violence, protect civilians, and facilitate humanitarian assistance. These are some of the main methods and strategies that countries can use to resolve their conflicts, but there are also other ways, such as dialogue, cooperation, and education. The choice of the most appropriate method depends on the specific situation and the goals of the countries. The ultimate aim of conflict resolution is to create a more peaceful and just world for all.